the fuck is you coming up for? All right, let's try this again. You know, Logan Live means technical difficulties. Not for anybody else, only me. Everybody else can, they can, go, what do you go, trouble free as long as, it's everybody else. Whatever. I used to let it bug me. It's, now I just, do the best I can with what I got. That's all you can do. What are you going to do? I'm just going to try this time. I'm just going to try to play it through and do larger chunks out of it. So here we go with the interview with Mr. Helgerson, the defense minister of Canada. Just the facts.
Is for the several million Americans and others who were kind enough to listen to the 22-minute presentation at the Citizens Disclosure hearing in Washington in May 2013, and for anyone else who cares deeply about the future of their country and the planet Earth. The U.S. is in grave danger. Usually the peril is not from foreign enemies, but from enemies within. So I beg you to listen to a summary of the major problems by some suggestions as to how the U.S. might be recaptured by loyal Americans to the enormous relief of friends who have been watching helplessly sidelines. The stakes couldn't be higher. So I spent the 15 months following the Washington hearing feverishly writing a new book, incorporating what I think every American has the right to know and must know to end the incredible naivety observed at the citizens' hearing. The name of the book is The Money Mafia, A World in Crisis. Most of my friends, both American and Canadian, tend to agree that the world is in a state of crisis. But very few are aware that the problems are not natural phenomena. They have been engineered by a very tiny elite group of rich, ruthless, and power-hungry people who have been deliberately keeping the majority of decent, hard-working taxpayers totally in the dark. The iron veil of secrecy is now nearing the end of its 7th decade. When World War II ended, little attention was given to Operation Paperclip, under which hundreds of Nazi scientists were brought to the U.S., given new identities, and then appointed to important jobs in the military and elsewhere. Some of them would have been aware of UFOs, of the ET presence, from their experience in working with them in the 1930s. The American military began to take the subject more seriously after retrieving one of the vehicles that crashed near Roswell, New Mexico, on July 4th, 1947, and decided to back-engineer its technology, which was light years more advanced than anything that we had known. On July the 8th, 1947, at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, Roswell Airfield Commanding Officer Colonel William Blanchard announced in a press release the recovery of a flying disc. That was the truth. That same day, at approximately 4:30 p.m. Central Time, Brigadier General Roger Ramey commander of the 8th Air Force and Blanchard's supervising officer, presented to the press an alternative story. He claimed the Army had recovered a Rowan target device suspended by a neoprene balloon. That was a lie. In fact, it was the cornerstone lie of what was to become a cult of lying and disinformation that is still United States policy today, 68 years later.
Absolutely. I would like to add right here that the USAF has officially changed its story when questioned about Roswell